Okay, class, this next video is going to be focusing on the forelimb, and I'm going to break this actually into two parts. The forelimb has flexors and extensors, and the flexors are going to be on the front, and they're going to flex the paw, or in humans they would flex the wrist. On the outside, you have the extensors. For this video, I'm going to focus on two things. I'm going to focus real quick on the flexors that you need to know, and then how to get into this group of forearm muscles. So for the flexors, this is going to should be fairly easy because I'm only going to have you know three. All right, the first one is going to be a very broad, flat muscle that takes up most of the middle of this group, and this is going to be the Palmaris Longus. And if you would have skinned further down, you would find that this muscle goes into a group of tendons that ends in what in humans would be the palm, but here in the cat it is the paw. And what it would do if you were actually to separate this out and pull on it, it is going to flex the paw. All right, so the Palmaris Longus, it's long, it runs all the way along the forearm, down into the paw. And then on each side of that, there's a muscle on each side. So on the ulnar side, you have the Flexor, Carpi, Ulnaris. So Flexor flexes, Carpi means it goes to the wrist, and ulnar means it is on the ulnar side. On the inside, if we move the Palmaris Longus out of the way, we have the Flexor Carpi radialis. Basically same thing. It flexes the wrist, the carpal bones, and it is on the radial side. So the three muscles again are the Palmaris Longus, Flexor Carpi Ulnaris, and Flexor Carpi radialis. Now, when you get into this, I'll switch over to the other side, you'll see that there is a very broad band of connective tissue that surrounds all of these muscles. And once you get through it, they separate very easily, but getting into there seems to be the difficult part. So what you're going to want to do is sort of find that layer and get underneath it. If you can do it just right, you'll be able to slide down through without too much difficulty. Okay? Now, I've gotten through some of it, but there does seem to be another layer here. So again, sometimes once you get down in there, if you can get through all of that, it works fairly easily, and these muscles do just sort of pop out. The other thing that you can do is find a line and go along that line, so that way you make sure you're not cutting into muscle. Then you can get underneath it, and pull it out of the way. Once you've done that, like I said, these muscles really just sort of pull apart. There's the same type of connective tissue that you have in when you are skinning the cat, and they sort of pull apart. So what we're doing here is we're just separating muscles. We're not really cutting anything. Not like in the upper forelimb. We're not reflecting anything. We're just separating these groups so that they're easily identifiable. All right. So just a quick pointer on that. This is sort of a tough layer to get through. So make sure when you're doing it that you're just cutting through that connective tissue and you're not cutting off anything that is important. For some, it may take a little bit of time in order to get through. For others, it may be a quick, easy. Once you get through it, it does peel right off. So take your time here so you're not getting into any muscles, not cutting off anything that you need to keep as you're working through this particular area.